The waves were like nothing I've ever seen before. I couldn't even imagine a boat that size rocking as much as it was.
Things were flying around. It was becoming dangerous to be in your cabin.
I heard the wave hit. It just completely decimated that window.
Within seconds, one of the main engines died.
It started to kind of hit that this is a pretty serious situation, that we might be boarding in these lifeboats in the middle of the ocean.
And I thought to myself, there's no way any of us will make it 10 minutes in that water.
From the Weather Channel, this is Storm Stories with meteorologist Jim Cantori.
Late January 2005, 3 storm systems are stirring up the North Pacific, hundreds of miles off the Alaskan coast. A cruise liner called the MV Explorer is caught in the middle. Savage waves batter the 25,000-ton ship. The passengers, more than 600 college students from across the United States, cling to anything bolted down. They've been promised a trip they will never forget, and that's exactly what they're getting.
I never thought waves could get that big. It just looked like hills of water and wind blowing fiercely and just water spraying everywhere.
Several times I was literally thrown off my feet and thrown across the cabin.
When Mike Green and Adam Cadillas boarded the Explorer in Vancouver, British Columbia, it was supposed to be a floating college, part of a program called Semester at Sea. Mike and Adam are second semester juniors at the University of Iowa. They grew up together in the Chicago suburb of Burr Ridge, Illinois.
Me and Mike get along great. We lived in the same neighborhood and we went to the same grammar school.
Get our work done when we need to get it done, but I like to have a good time otherwise.
Having a good time is a big part of what they want from this program, but so is an education. The ship is scheduled to visit 10 countries in 3 months, giving the students a first-hand look at the real world.
I was excited for the adventure for them, but kind of leery that they're going to be on a ship going around the world. Yeah, that's scary.
The Explorer is on its way to Busan, South Korea. But as soon as the ship enters the open waters, it hits rough seas caused by several low-pressure areas. For Ria San Angelo, it's alarming. The English major from the University of Pittsburgh had wanted to take this trip since she was in high school. But news of Asia's tsunami gave her second thoughts.
Initially, I was worried about, the bad weather overseas, and the tsunami had just happened. And here we get in the ocean, and as soon as we get there, my worst fears seem to be coming true.
You learn very quickly to bolt down your computer, to put all kinds of desk items and office supplies on the floor, because if you don't, they're going to end up there anyway.
Assistant Dean Ken Gaither is helping the students cope. Day after day, 20-foot waves rock the ship, making even the most routine activities challenging.
Just walking down the hallway became, an exercise in balancing.
In the cafeteria, you got everyone holding onto their trays for dear life, because not only is it hard to balance a tray full of food, but it's hard to do it when you have to walk at a 45-degree angle.
You'd come back from dinner and you'd be covered in your drink and your food because everything was just sliding all over the place.
In the classroom, some lessons are learned the hard way.
Kids would be sitting in the desk and one large wave would hit. All 30 kids and their desks were thrown over.
This was serious because this was to the point where it could have caused injury. So by the next morning, all of the desks were removed from that classroom and everybody was sitting on the floor for class.
For 7 long days and nights, the students struggled to find their sea legs.
We went through a tremendous amount of meclizine to treat motion sickness. I think we went through what we had planned for the entire voyage.
People on the ship started to become very frustrated. This wasn't what anybody had expected.
We just figured we were in for more of the same. But when it did get worse, it was clear that we were out of our league.
January 26th, 6 p.m. Chief Engineer Neil Carney is on the ship's bridge. The native of Great Britain is used to rough waters. He's been working at sea for 23 years, so this stormy voyage doesn't have Carney too concerned. Then, in the dead of night, 650 miles off the coast of Alaska, the Explorer sails directly into 3 storm systems.
The wind speeds rose up. The wave height I couldn't tell you, but I know we were shipping water over the bows.
On Deck 4, Mike Green and Adam Cadillas are trying to sleep when the weather changes. At first, the boys think it's sort of amusing.
Shelves were opening and closing, and drawers were slamming shut, and it was like a fun house in there.
Beds are flying all over the room, and stuff was moving all around. We just stayed in our cabin and tried to just have fun with it.
One deck down, Ria Sanangelo is not having fun.
Now I was just really scared. My roommate, she looked out the window and she just had this expression on her face, like just frozen with terror.
There's good reason to be frightened. At 4 a.m., the assistant dean orders all passengers to put on their life vests. At this point, it's just a precaution, but it's the first step toward abandoning ship. Many of the students huddle in the hallways.
It was becoming dangerous to be in your cabin because things were flying around. Things as heavy as TVs and dressers were just falling all around the room, just shifting, sliding across the floor. Glass tables were breaking.
Mike and Adam stay in their cabin, still trying to have fun. At dawn, when the light reveals the extent of the damage, the boys pull out a video camera to document their adventure.
And at this point, our room was completely trashed, furniture all over, TV broken, beds strewn across the room.
The waves were like nothing I've ever seen before. You'd come all the way down and see the water, and then it would shoot so far up where you'd see the sky, and it's just, I couldn't even imagine a boat that size rocking as much as it was.
6 a.m. Ken Gaither is in the radio room where he maintains regular contact with his colleagues in the United States. Just around the corner on the bridge, the captain is turning the vessel 180 degrees, looking for the safest route out of the turbulent seas. But the combined force of the 3 storms has generated an enormous wave. The 50-foot-high wall of water is barreling toward the Explorer. The mountainous wave slams the ship head-on. It washes completely over the superstructure and shatters the windows on the bridge.
I heard the wave hit, and you could hear the glass break, but more than anything, what you could hear was the water coming in, pouring in.